Hello, everyone. Again, our final masterclass on how to open the third eye. Again, I'm here with Lana Louise, Angela Aurora, Medway Smith, and Dr. V, otherwise known as Vel van Tricht. So delighted to have you back. It's been amazing. The last 2 days, we've learned so much about opening the third eye, about the spiritual protection. Today, we are focusing on sort of wrapping up, summarizing what we've learned, what we went through, what we've gone through, and also we will be learning about a continuity. Because we have a special half-day course for those who feel like they would like to progress that journey and work with the third eye. So our amazing spiritual teachers present here will be talking about their sessions, what they will be teaching you during that half-day training, which is on the 5th of June. We might have another date depending how many of you want to join, and it will be absolutely amazing for those who are interested and feeling called to open the third eye in a safe environment, guided by amazing teachers present here. So in terms of summary, is there anything which pops to mind? I know we've talked so much. We've covered so much on the subject of the third eye, on the subject of spiritual protection. We talked how important it is. We talked about the setting intention. We didn't talk much about the boundaries, but we talked about the fact that setting boundaries is important too. We talked generally about raising a vibration for that process of opening the third eye. We talked about it as a process rather than rushing to open it, crack it open through something like plant medicines, or yes, it does happen to people that it opens, and then we need to be mindful of protecting that's opening, closing. So I'm going to ask beautiful teachers here to add any final comments they might have. And then we'll be talking about the course as our next step in guiding you in that safe environment to working with your third eye. So please, does anyone feeling drawn right now to make some final comments on that process? I can see Val, yes. We can't hear you, Val. Your mic is muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So I had this idea today whenever we say to our clients or students, set an intention, it might be a bit vague for some people, but actually I feel that the energy of setting an intention is similar to prayer, but because not many people are really praying to an invisible God anymore, but I feel like the intention is the same. It's like being clear and in your heart having this strong desire and putting it out there. So that's what the intention is. I mean, that's just my opinion to clarify that. And the second thing I wanted to mention is that when you're well aligned and all your chakras are open and you're on your way to awakening and your vibration is good, then yes, professionals like present here can help you open your third eye. But the universe kind of has a protection built in that when you're blocked, it would be very uncomfortable and unpleasant for you to open your third eye. So I think it might be possible that some people can't open their third eye safely just because their angels or the universe is just saying, nah, you're not ready for this. Don't do it. And I think this is good. I don't think we should force that, but rather listen to that and then continue rather with a spiritual teacher to really get ready for it. And on the 5th of June, when we're doing this event, everybody who's listening will have this opportunity to get their chakras cleared and balanced in preparation for opening the third eye. So I highly recommend to do that first.
There was a voice of reason from Val. Absolutely, yes. Let's prepare. Absolutely. Thank you so much. Anyone else would like to add anything before we go into more detail about the course? Yes, Angela.
Yeah, thank you, Val. I completely agree with you. Particularly with intention, and not everybody is clear about that. That's actually something I've written about in a book that's with the publisher that I've written at the moment. So anyway, what I wanted to talk about was fluoride, and as an MD, I just wondered if you had any opinion on fluoride, because in my understanding, the addition of fluoride to our water isn't the best thing for our pineal gland, and can help us, and can often create calcification. I've been filtering my water for the last 30 years, so it's not something that affects me. But I just wondered, I'd just have a wider discussion about it, really, particularly from Dr. V, because she's got the medical background. I'd love to hear your opinion, Lana and Val.
Yes, go ahead.
I'll just give my medical opinion. Because I studied, let's call it conventional medicine. Originally, when they started putting fluoride in the water, it was to protect people from getting caries, do I say that right? Holes in their teeth, especially children. Then they started to find out that there were side effects to fluoride in the water, so not every country does it anymore. But when I take children to the dentist, they still put like a whack of fluoride on their teeth to protect them. So in medical school, nobody ever told me that fluoride can give calcification of the pineal gland. Actually, we never discussed calcification of the pineal gland. There very rarely might be a tumor of the pineal gland. So that's all my knowledge. So I'll listen to you girls, what you know about that, because yeah, from my perspective, I haven't been taught this. So, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. It's just like I was not informed by the official channels of a link between fluoride and calcification. So please educate me.
Yes, so I have heard of that fluoride and other things that can actually affect the third eye as well. Again, Dr. V, you being a doctor, you would know more than me, to be honest with you. I just know more so about, putting the intention, the protection, and there are certain things that can enhance or kind of block you. But I do believe, though, too, Dr. V, as you said, opening up the third eye and doing the proper steps and exercises, which are very important, as well as the muscle exercises with the eye, the uncomfortableness with people that may affect them as well. But as far as fluoride, I did hear that, but obviously I didn't go any further on the medical side of it as well.
I think just really it's about being conscious about what we put in our bodies, everything that we put in our bodies, from the water that we drink to everything that passes our lips, really, as well as the environment that we're in. As sensitives, particularly when you have got your third eye open, when you become more in touch with all that there is, you can become very aware of the finer things that you may not notice now. I certainly in my home have blocks for to stop the electromagnetic frequency. I mean, I've even got a little piece, a little shungite pyramid here just on my laptop to block the vibration of EMF while I'm working, because I'm very sensitive to it. So it's about, everything in everything around us, really, that we need to be more conscious of. Particularly when you start working spiritually. I mean, I've been vegetarian for years. And I can't drink the alcohol that I once did either. So, yeah, it's really interesting.
Well, talking of which, I kind of hear two theories. One is that alcohol blocks your spirituality, the access. The other one is that actually it opens you up to all sorts of entities trying to enter your body. Which one do you believe in?
Well, I believe that when we have lots of alcohol, we drop our vibration. So then we are all the low vibration. So we're not going to be able to communicate with the higher realms as effectively. It's quite simple, really, I suppose. What your opinions, ladies?
Yeah, I fully agree that the cleaner you eat and drink, the higher your vibration can be, because your body is clean. And once your third eye is open, you will have more clarity and a natural appetite for healthy stuff and less for unhealthy stuff. And I've written in my book about this also, that when you drink alcohol and you're not really aware of the energies that surround you, it's easier because when you're unprotected, and it's easier for other entities to enter. Somebody who is passed out from drinking too much, for sure. But then again, red wine is also considered the nectar of the gods, and there's lots of good stuff in there. So I guess the lesson is everything with moderation. Yeah, this is just my opinion.
Thank you. Thank you. Moderation is the key word. I'm not very good with moderation, but thank you. Lana, what are your thoughts?
I think, again, it all goes back to square one. Whether you want to awaken, whether you're capable of awakening, whether you have your own blocks. I know for me, being born sick and being on so much medication when I was younger, and then having my brain injury, it's like, I don't know, I've never done drugs. So even if, would it be anything at this point, I would say if I have a half a glass of wine, I'm either your best friend or I go right to sleep under the table. So that's just me. I'm going to keep it very light and very real. Some people like, oh, and their vibration to them on this earth is very high, but they become very open. Of course, to me, and even though we're spiritual, I'm still a real person. I'm still just Lana. And I know when I have a glass of wine, I'm much more relaxed. Nor professionally or ethically would I try to train someone, or would I even think about giving anyone a session. So I would say a big no, because it just plays with the chemicals in your body, with the brain, and I feel as though you think you may be much more open, but in a lower vibration. I absolutely understand that. But you may be more open, in much more of a relaxed state. When doing the third eye and doing exercises, it's almost like what I do to my sessions, my clients. It's, self-hypnotizing or a trance state that you can do this, or not you can, or just anybody can. But going through the preparation like we talked about, with alcohol, no, I wouldn't do it. I'm professional and ethic. But it is almost that, that state of, in a trance type, you are very much aware of what's going on, just like hypnosis. But hypnosis, if it doesn't resonate with you, you will not do it. Even your own mind will come into play. So there's a couple of different aspects the way you can look at it, but that's just my professional opinion.
Excellent. Thank you so much. That's, I mean, a simple question and so much insight. Again, we just minds of wisdom. Thank you. And are we ready to move on to talk about the next step, the course? Would you like to add anything else? Are we ready? Amazing. So the 5th of June, we've prepared for you a half a day course, like 3.5 hours course, which will give you the tools to work with when opening and closing the third eye. So I will allow Angela to start first because her session is first, and we've got this sort of important flow in our training. So we can start from protection, go through recognizing entities and closing, so balancing and closing, and learning a bit more about clairs as well, because that's all connected, and we want you to be safe. We want you to be equipped in very good tools, which ladies, the amazing spiritual teachers, as I call them all the time, because they are, can provide you all this knowledge. So I will start from Angela because her session is first.
Okay, thank you. So, as we've been talking about the last couple of days, it's just not sensible to begin any spiritual practice without considering protection. And spiritual or psychic protection is an essential step before opening the door to the spirit world and opening yourself to spirit. So quite simply, to prevent attracting any negative or low vibrational energy. And when you've invoked your protection, the next steps are managing your energy and setting your intention, getting ready to work. So I'll be taking you through those steps. I'll be giving you some extra hints and tips as well about short form, quick steps that you can use, and the different types of layers of spiritual protection that you might want to use. Different techniques for energy management as well, and a bit of clarity on the process of intention setting. So really that's going to be my contribution, and then that's flowing into Dr. V then.
Yes, I've prepared a presentation which you can call Angels versus Demons, because once your third eye is open, even though Angela has put a protection, I would just like to give you some explanations on what you can experience and how you kind of realize what you are experiencing, and give you some tips on that and how to best approach different kinds of entities, energies, angels, spirits. It's not the same thing. There's a lot of things out there that you will experience, and how to interpret it and what to do with it. And basically, I thought that would be interesting because I did many years ago. I was not prepared for all the things I was gonna see and be confronted with. So I thought I'll just give you like a good run over of all the things that I've come across, so that you know what to expect. Even though with Angela's protection, maybe not, but yeah, I wish my teacher had told these things. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you what's out there.
Well, if people need the experience, then they'll receive it. That's the key, isn't it? Sometimes spirit will challenge you and bring you these energies so that you recognize them. And I mean, for us as teachers, I always believe it's so that we can help others. That's my view on it. But you experience them for a reason. So.
Yes. And to quote Esther Hicks, sometimes the universe brings you negative experiences so that you know what you want, and it makes you stronger in the realization what you do want. So it helps you to decide and give you clarity on, okay, definitely don't want to go there again, but this one was that side.
Yeah.
I love that realization of what you definitely don't want, but makes you desire the things you want so much more. Oh, beautiful. Thank you. And Lana, you are going to finish the training. Tell us about your session, please.
Yeah, so I'm actually going to be going right off of Dr. V, following off Angela and Dr. V, and I'm going to be actually teaching about how to close down. I will touch base a little bit more on the intuition and psychic different abilities very briefly, but it's really about closing down, controlling your chakras, and how to close down, because again, we say we don't want to stay open. You can't stay open. You will be completely drained. So we're going to pull in that energy. I'm just going to do a soft meditation, and that you will easily remember, and it will go right down and ground and pull in all your energy. So you say, okay, I'm done working now, and that's it. So that's really, really important, especially all the steps between the protection, knowing, and then what type of energy you're working with, connecting and using your calling cards, who you're pulling in, and then especially closing down. And then you can use all of our instructions to each step that you need professionally and ethically, so that we're very much, all three of us, I know this for a fact, is very professional ethic. So that will be my contribution on the last day.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, as you can tell, there is a rhythm, there is a flow, and you will benefit from years and years of experience combined between you three. I think we are talking about, I'll be guessing 70 years of experience or so.
Well, I've got 35. I don't know about anybody else, so I'm probably pushing a century, probably, I guess.
Probably because you started so early. Lana had her experiences at the age of 2.
Yeah.
And Dr. V as well. So massive experience, and that those special gifts which are going to be yours for that half an hour training. You need to grab that opportunity, because I can't tell you how amazing it is to be in presence of Lana, Angela, Dr. V, even if it says still through the screen. You definitely feel the energy, and you end up with the tools you can use, as Lana was saying, in your daily practice. And definitely you will know one thing for sure, and that is how to protect yourself. And that, as we all three of us said it over the last 3 days, not 3 years, 3 days, it is very, very important to make sure you can protect yourself. So it is on the 5th of June, 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. EST time. So we are again working across the Atlantic, as usual. It's very international in this group, and the same goes for our teachers. So I would like to say, on behalf of all of us, we would love to see you joining. There will be a link. Actually, there will be a whole post tomorrow about joining, how to sign up. There will be also a PDF summarizing what we've learned today and providing more information about all the teachers present here, and telling more in sort of brief description, or again on the teachings which you will have an access to. So thank you so much. I think it's safe to say we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot over the last 3 days. If you have anything to add, please do. But I kind of feel we've got so much information here on our live masterclass, which will be available on replay, and we also provide you with additional insights for those who are willing to learn more, and for those who are willing to protect themselves spiritually. So thank you so much. Alana, would you like to add anything at the end?
Yes, I just want to thank all of you, Monica and Angela and Dr. V. I'm so excited to work with all of you so much, and everyone else around the world. So I would highly recommend, if anyone is just wanting to begin with the common knowledge of the third eye, the clairs, protection, energy, your calling cards, your chakras, this will be definitely the class that you will want to take. Definitely. And like Monica said, you will be having it in a private group. So this will be a paid event as well. And being able to work with all of you, being able to work with each other, we can still feel the love, the energy, and it will be in a beautiful, safe, loving, loving educational event. And I really look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.
Dr. V?
Monica,
Yes.
I just had one question. It would be nice if people who are attending live could ask questions. Will there be questions like in Facebook that you can read out to us or something after we give most of our presentation? Or
Yes, there will be a private group. I'm going to post it all tomorrow, so there will be an exact description. But yes, absolutely, we will create a private Facebook group for that community of people who are attending, and also for the interaction with you, so you can follow up to any questions that people might have, and of course connect, because there is so much more you can teach after that course as well. So there will be that opportunity to interact, connect, network with each other, and also be a part of that community of like-minded people. And I know from my own experience on this kind of journeys, having a tribe is very nice, and it's also it's a great support group. So so yes, the answer is big yes.
okay, great.
Thank you. Angela, would you like to add anything at the end before we go?
Oh, only just to echo Lana's comments, really. It really has been a pleasure meeting you ladies and chatting together over the last few nights, and really emphasizing to people the safety aspects of what you need to consider when you're hitting an awakening, or when you're planning to raise your vibration. It's really good to get some professional support and teaching. I know I did, but I was very, very blessed. So just looking forward to the 5th of June now. It'll be really interesting.
Yes, you'll be in safe hands, and I can only add to it that I've done quite a few trainings, and I'm so grateful to all my teachers. They are present here as well. I'm learning, and I'm very appreciative. I know how amazing they are. So if that's any recommendation, please take it, because it's just amazing having not only professional spiritual teachers, but also incredibly nice, genuine people. So thank you so much, ladies. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 5th and connecting with you in between. So thank you to everyone who watched us. There were no questions, so I've got nothing to answer from the comments. I'm looking forward to connecting with you on the 5th, and have a wonderful, beautiful day or evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you, ladies. Bye for now.
Thank you. Thank you.